Hi, this is Tim from Resound School of Music in Surrey, British Columbia. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the piano. A lot of people that want to learn the piano have a lot of questions before they even start the first lesson. Questions like, should I get a piano? What is a difference between a real piano and an electric keyboard? Should I get a keyboard with 88 keys? Uh, what does it matter at all? A lot of these things do matter, and depending on what the students' concerns are and what their aspirations and goals and desires and dreams there are, in order to play, like in regards to playing music, I would advise them different things. There's a couple things that you should note before purchasing or acquiring a piano or a keyboard. The first thing to think about is, what is a piano? Well, a piano is an instrument. We're very familiar with it. We see it a lot in, everywhere, basically, around the world. And it's made of, it's got keys, and we use our hands and we hit the keys, and then the keys are attached to a certain hammer, and the hammer hits a set of strings which then vibrate and give us an acoustical sound, and that's why those are called acoustic pianos. And then there are emulations of the piano as keyboards, so to speak, where there's an on-off switch somewhere, and if the switch is off, then no matter how hard you hit the keys, there won't be any sound. And those are good for if you're living in an apartment, or you want to use some headphones. A lot of those have a headphone jack, and you can play it at night and not disturb anybody. That can be a very good advantage to having an electronic keyboard. Of course, you don't have the real thing, and a real piano the way a real piano does, but I think a lot of people are thinking about electric pianos for that reason, of wanting the privacy to be able to play at night, and plus it doesn't take as much room. This right here, this is a electric piano, so to speak, and a lot of different brands make it. I think it's important to think about, if you are so decided on purchasing an electric keyboard, that you want to know exactly how many keys are on the actual keyboard, because a lot of electric keyboards come in different shapes and sizes. Some of them may not have this full range. On a real piano, a real acoustic piano, there is a total of 88 keys on the piano, white and black combined. If you really count it very carefully on each one, there are 88 keys on this keyboard layout right here. But the worst thing would be to get a keyboard too small for the kind of music that you're playing, and so it's very important to know that. So when you're purchasing a keyboard, ask the question, does this keyboard have 88 keys? I want my 88 keys, right? And if it doesn't matter to you, then it doesn't matter to you. But it does to me, and that's what I'd like you to know. And so, having said that, I mentioned briefly earlier that there are white keys and black keys. The black keys actually are what I'd like to draw new students' attention to when we're going through a lesson for the first time, and I'm drawing their attention onto the keyboard. A lot of people tend to start on the white keys because they're easy, they're more accessible, they're a little bit closer to our fingers when we put our hands on the keyboard, so to speak. But I encourage the beginning student to look at the black keys, because they're actually more fun or more accessible to begin with. The thing I like about the black keys is that you can't hit a wrong note when you're playing. If you really want to impress somebody when you're playing the piano and you're just new, just plunk out some black keys. Doesn't that sound impressive? Does to me. Anyway, black keys are great. They're great to sound really good on, but they're also really good for locating your white notes. Your white notes are dependent on the black notes, on the black keys. And if you want to pick a specific white key, you can remember it without knowing like what the name is, where exactly it was. So say you're on the piano and you just sat down and you like, oh, I played such a beautiful sound. I want to find out exactly where I played it. Well, you look. You know, those are the notes that I hit. And so I remember that this one is sitting right between those two black keys. This one is right before or right after that one. This is right here. This is right there. This is right there. This is right there. And the black keys actually give you some kind of a map, so to speak, you know, a locator to help you. Oh, I remember where I played it, you know. So I'm able to just, you know, get up and come back after I had some coffee and then, there it is. Sounds great. That's also very impressive too. And you don't even know how to read music yet. So black keys are really good. Black keys are awesome. Yeah, that's right. What else are black keys good for? Well, the black keys are good for counting. You are able to locate not only the white keys, but the white and black keys together. When we have a whole group of white and black keys together, it's called an octave. There are 7 of them on an 88 key keyboard layout, so to speak. If we were to locate, we were to show you, just to prove it, there's, okay, this is 1 octave, or 1 pattern, 1 grouping, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a little bit. Each octave, what is an octave? I wasn't really clear, was I? Well, an octave is where a note starts to repeat itself. Okay? If you look on the keyboard layout right here, this particular white note, or any particular white note for that matter, but I'm just using this for now, this white note is different from all of those. When I hit this again, you'll notice on the keyboard that they are both located, demarcated by the black keys, a group of 3, in the same way. That's how you can tell when you've reached an octave. Let's try again. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to plunk any white key and see if I can find an octave below or above that. Okay, so this is the white key that I've chosen. If I want to choose an octave lower, I'll just look at where they're marked between the black keys. So this is right in between the 2 black keys. So I'll just go ahead and find my next group of 2 black keys. Here they are. And I'll play the white key right in the middle. Pretty simple, right? I'll do the same thing. If I'm going up, there it is. I think that's also pretty impressive too. There you have it. This is the layout of a keyboard, a piano, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for watching.